They say becoming a parent changes everything. For Thomas and Lydia Wells, it started with sleepless nights, dirty diapers, and soft lullabies echoing through a quiet home. But what changed everything was the night they heard a second voice on the baby monitor. It was their first week home with their newborn daughter, Alice. Tired but happy, they were adjusting to the rhythm of parenthood. Thomas had just put Alice down in the crib and returned to bed. The soft static of the monitor hummed beside him. That's when he heard it. A whisper, faint, barely there, drifted through the speaker. "Don't let him touch me again." Thomas sat up, his eyes locked on the monitor. Nothing but static now. Alice was sleeping soundly. He shook his head. Maybe a neighbor's TV. Maybe he was just exhausted. He didn't mention it to Lydia. But the next night, the voice came back. This time it was clearer. "She doesn't know. He hides it well." Thomas's blood ran cold. It was a woman's voice, not Lydia's, and it wasn't playing from the speaker. It was in the nursery. He got up quietly and walked down the hall. The nursery door creaked open. Alice lay there, sleeping peacefully, alone. He unplugged the monitor that night. The next morning, Thomas went digging online. Baby monitor hacks, signal interference, ghost stories, anything that could explain what he'd heard. On an old forum, someone mentioned a specific model, the VTech 501. "If you're hearing voices," the post read, "check the backup feed. Some units auto-record. You won't hear it live, but it's there." Thomas didn't even know the monitor had that feature. But that night, while Lydia fed Alice downstairs, he found the hidden memory log and played back the last 48 hours of recordings. There it was again. "She's too little now, but he'll do it again, just like the others." Then silence, then crying, and one more whisper. "The basement, the basement." Thomas sat frozen in front of the screen. There was one place in the house they never went, the basement. When they bought the house, the previous owner said it was sealed years ago due to flooding. Lydia never questioned it, but Thomas, he had the key. He'd always had the key. That night, with Lydia asleep and Alice in the crib, Thomas unlocked the basement door. It groaned open with a puff of stale air. He descended slowly, flashlight in hand. Damp concrete, rotting wood, cobwebs, and something else, a wall panel, loose. Behind it, another room, small, cramped, lined with crayon drawings scratched into the walls. Stick figures with sad faces, a child's cot, rusted chains, and a single baby shoe. Thomas staggered back. His flashlight flickered, and from upstairs, the monitor crackled to life. "You shouldn't have come down here, Thomas." He ran, not outside, to the nursery. Alice was gone. Lydia stood silently by the crib, clutching the monitor. "Where is she?" he shouted. "Where's Alice?" Lydia turned, tears in her eyes. Her voice was calm, broken. "She's safe now," she whispered. "They told me everything." She raised the monitor and hit play. Thomas listened, his own voice, distorted, recorded in secret, played back. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It was just one time. Don't tell Lydia." He stepped back, shaking his head. "Number. That's not me. That's not me." Lydia dropped the monitor. "It's your voice, Thomas. They showed me. The ones before Alice. The ones in the basement." Police sirens echoed faintly in the distance. She had already called them. They found the room downstairs, the chains, the drawings. They found everything. But they never found Alice. And Thomas? He didn't make it to trial. The next morning, a guard found him hanging in his cell, clutched in his hand was the baby monitor. It was still playing. Weeks later, a detective at the station reviewed the remaining tapes. He listened to the static, then leaned in. And there they were, children's voices, layered, whispering over each other. We tried to warn her. He buried us in the basement. The detective dropped the monitor in shock. He hadn't told anyone about the basement, and then one final whisper came through, soft as a breath. "Daddy?" Some voices aren't echoes, they're memories, and some memories don't belong to the living. Subscribe for more true stories.